Hey guys, what is up? Zero here, and welcome back to Doki Doki Love and Literature. You know how many times I have to say Doki Doki? Because those are the titles of these mods.
Every single time.
No, not with
Doki
fruits.
Doki.
I don't have to say with fruits.
That's the good thing about fruits.
That's why fruits is best mod. It doesn't have Doki Doki in the title.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome back to Love and Literature. So, in the last episode, damn it, I remember the CG in my head.
CG?
The CG where Monica's face, like, just showed up. I remembered it in my head. I was like, oh wait, no. Yeah, Natsuki, like,
It's just like, last time, it just Monica just pops up in your head.
Last time, hello. Yeah, it's like last time Natsuki fell and hurt herself when she was trying to get the manga, and we thought we were going to be blamed because we're stupid. MC is dumb, and we weren't, of course. And then we told Natsuki that we were sorry, I think, and stuff. And then we said we were gonna, and we gave her money to buy a new manga, yeah, because the one that
MC
she also had ripped. Monica?
What?
Did you say something?
Yeah?
I didn't hear you.
Oh, they must have lagged. It said MC was self-depping because he said everyone was gonna hate him.
It was just like silence. I was like, Monica?
No, I was talking. Discord just didn't send it, I guess.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was self-depping. He's just dumb. Like, he's done so many dumb decisions. He's stupid. I don't like him. Yeah, now it's chapter 5. Poems are forever. So let's see what happens next. 1:23 a.m. What are you laughing at?
1, 2, 3 a.m.
I said 1:23.
I know, but that's what it looks like.
You're a child. The dim light of my desk lamp reflected across the walls of my room, the only real source of light coming in except for the street lamps outside. The doors leading out to the hallway and my bathroom were shut, and I was, once again, the only person in the house. On my desk, a few bottles of Ramoon soda sat empty, my bag dangling open on my chair, hanging by a strap. I was laying down on my twin-sized bed, head up against the wall. A thin yellow pad and ballpoint pen laid in my lap. The page I had opened was scrawled with several bullet points and various doodles, the corner of the paper slightly dodgy-eared from toying with them. A half-empty strawberry Ramoon bottle and a dirty bowl from supper, the minced vegetable dish, sat lying on my nightstand. Plugged up to the wall was a tiny white plastic radio, a 1970s model with no clock, a mail-in Christmas gift from my American aunt overseas, softly playing dramatic orchestra music. That is so detailed.
Yeah, this is just his room. This is detailing it a lot.
You know, that small clock, it was a 1970s model, mailed by my American aunt. You know, she actually also, we had soup that day. I didn't really like soup, but I mean, you know, whatever. It was tomato soup. I thudded my head against the wall and sighed. I'd followed Monica's advice from today's club meeting and turned off my laptop and phone hours ago. Except for my radio, on the concept some background music would help get the juices flowing. Since I got home, it was just me and my thoughts. I contemplated inviting Sayori over to brainstorm our final poems together, but tossed the idea aside. She probably wouldn't feel like going out anywhere anyway, preferring to sleep in like she normally does. Of course. Or we could invite her and probably make her depression less. Nah, let's just not invite her.
No, we're stupid, and we were like, Sayori's fine. She's not depressing.
She's like sleeping, man. Why would you Sayori want to hang out with me when secretly Sayori's just like, please invite me over?
Hang out.
Shut up!
No.
Nah. I fight for all the Sayori fans.
No, you don't.
I don't, but I mean, she's still a bun that we have to protect.
Kinda.
Okay.
I can still make jokes about her.
As long as you protect her in the process, then it's fine.
Okay.
I stared across the room, fixated on the tiny wastebasket tucked into the corner. So the brim was filled with crumpled up yellow papers, various sketches and ideas scrawled on them all. All rejects. As I stared at the balls of trash piled up, I felt my emotions grow more disgusted. Maybe not disgusted, but upset. Upset at myself for not being smart enough to come up with a decent poem by now. I clicked my pen over and over in annoyance. I glanced down at the yellow pad again and tossed it aside. I need some air. I got up from my bed and walked to my window, moving aside a few books sitting on the windowsill to prevent them from falling outside. I snatched the last Ramoon bottle from my desk and popped it open, forgetting I already had one open. Then I unlatched the window locks and propped it open. A lot of open in these sentences. The rain was reduced to light drizzle, faintly sprinkling on my shirt sleeves and hair. I took a sip from my Ramoon bottle and looked out across the neighborhood. The pagoda-inspired rooftops were neatly organized, a tightly designed grid extending as far as my eyes could see. Usual urban life sounds. A dog barking, cars driving by, and crickets filled my ears. Some 12 miles away past the river, the faint outline of the downtown Tokyo skyline was visible, the bright line shining through the fog's haze. The majestic Tokyo Sky Tree, the tallest structure in Japan at 2080 feet tall for the record, gleamed through the night, with the smaller, more homely Tokyo Tower nearby. If I squinted, I could just make out the thin outline of Mount Fuji, the White Cat Mountain looking over the city. Mount Fuji? The poem, the haiku.
The haiku.
Mount Fuji is the best haiku ending.
It's snowing on Mount Fuji.
It is snowing on Mount Fuji. I sighed. This was going to be harder than I thought. But what was I expecting? Love poems have never been my forte. Well, love in general is something I've always treaded a thin line on. Well, the ideas I developed these past few years, including the one I had when I watched Natsuki leave, were okay, but they all felt too crass and cliche. Like it was something just written on a whim, the last-minute essay due next period. No emotion or heart to it, just robotic. If I was writing a poem like this, I wanted it to have soul. Whatever I wrote, it had to be good. No, great. The best damn poem I'd ever write. I just kind of slurred that last sentence. It's gonna be the last one before we start working on the festival, Monica said. Then make it the best. Only the best for Natsuki. I took a swig of my drink, letting the sweet flavors swish around in my mouth. The breeze blew in my face, and I felt a shudder rush up my spine, but not because of the cold. The question I had been dreading finally came to stare me in the face. What if she doesn't like it? And to add to that, what if she doesn't like me? Well, then that's it then. She'd read the poem and catch the hint, be weirded out and probably tell Sayori, who'd tell Monica, who'd tell Yuri, and then that would be it. I'd be embarrassed out of the literature club, probably labeled a creep. He only joined just to get with one of us. Sayori would look down on me and try to slowly disassociate herself from me, probably stop talking to me altogether, history aside. Things would be incredibly awkward after, then I'd have no choice but to go back to life as normal. Only talking to a few pre-existing friends, and once they found out, well, bye-bye social life. What a nightmare. Another swig. Unless it's just all in my head, my brain over-exaggerating reality. Fear taking root in my thoughts, amplifying the negatives while diminishing the positives. While there's a chance she might not like it, there's also the chance she will. I'd tap the bottle against the windowsill, listening to the glass gently. Clink, clink, clink. Suddenly, a spark. Wait. Yes, this is perfect. Yes. I tucked my head inside and slammed the window shut. The radio was playing a slow jazz cover, full of saxophone. Almost sounded like How Deep Is Your Love, but I wasn't sure. I swiped up my yellow notepad and pen, putting it down on my desk. I can't afford to lose this idea. I sat down at my desk, pushing aside the stacks of papers and books. Eagerly, I brandished my pen and began to write. An hour later, a neatly written poem printed on a clean sheet of notepaper. I read and reread it, going over the final details. With a smile, I decided that it was perfect. Well, about as perfect as it could get. Maybe Yuri wouldn't like how slightly lacking it was in sophisticated vocabulary, but then again, I didn't write it for her. In celebration, I powered up my phone and laptop and was greeted to a flurry of notifications. I swiped through most of them, either unimportant or not worth spending a few minutes on. Oh my god, that's very relatable.
Yeah.
News reports, new episode updates for my favorite series, and nothing special. I yawned, glanced out the window from my chair. The inky blackness of the night persisted, with the moon's glare shining on the traces of clouds. A quiet, serene scene. I looked down and glanced at my phone's clock. 2:23 a.m. Spent an hour on that shit. Christ, how long did I spend working on that poem? An hour, I just said that. It had to at least be several hours. No, it was an hour! It had to be at least several hours, maybe on and off work. However long it was, it has to be the most I've ever worked on anything, school-related or not. Wait, didn't you just say an hour later, too? Wait, hold up. An hour later. It had to be at least several hours.
Okay, MC. Whatever you say.
Fucking, it doesn't go back all that far, but goddamn, at the beginning said 1:23 a.m. I remember that. It's only been an hour.
Yeah.
I know it's a nitpick, but still, it's so stupid. I'm just like, what?
Is this a plot hole?
Oh, trust me, there's plenty of plot holes. We've called them all out so far. Maybe there's some we haven't called out. Someone, actually in the comments last episode, I saw it. I don't remember your name, I'm sorry, but I remember someone pointed out that the CG where it was raining, the background where it was raining, and he tried to make all the windows not have any light. The window shining in the window shining in front of the closet still had light peering down. So it was just like, God really loves the closet of manga.
Yeah.
This is the holy manga. No one will touch it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sorry if the nitpicks get annoying, but it's just, these are things that I catch because I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I just want to share them with you guys, okay? I just want to share things. Accept that I'm sharing. Accept
Everyone
my
is
feelings.
just like, you're mean, Zero. No sharing with that with us.
You're mean. I get your mean Zero a lot. I think my entire
Do
audience
you
thinks I'm mean.
Yeah, I think you're mean too.
Okay.
You're not alone.
Okay. You're all mean.
I love you.
Yeah, whatever.
No.
Love you too.
Yay!
However long it was, it has to be the most. Oh, yeah, I said that. I stretched my arms out, twisting a pot in my back. After all that work, I was incredibly tired, yet I still had school in a few hours, and I had to give Sayori her wake-up call. I took a sip from my Ramoon bottle, fighting to stay awake. I can sleep for a few hours and still wake up in time in the morning. My mind managed the process. I lazily grabbed my phone and set up an alarm for 7 o'clock sharp. I stood up and walked over to my inviting bed, collapsing onto the neatly pressed sheets. Just a few hours of sleep, and we'll show Natsuki the poem, and everything will be... My world fell to black. I woke up several hours later, the sunset glazing in through the window. Yo, who the fuck is whispering in my ear?
Huh?
Excuse me? Oh, it's the creepy Yuri music. Oh.
There's a whisper. I don't hear it.
Yeah, because that's not loud enough for you. This is the creepy Yuri music. My mind was locked in a state of confusion before I realized I'd slept through the day. I tried to call Sayori to let her know what happened, but it went straight to voicemail. I cursed and sat up in my bed. tried going to her house and apologized for not showing up. Not showing up at the meeting? Because I'm like, what do I replace that with? Not showing up at the meeting.
Not showing up at the meeting.
At the meeting. Showing up the meeting. Showing up the meeting. No, fuck the meeting. I made my own meeting and I showed it up. Your meeting was lame. My meeting's better. Or giving an explanation so late, face to face. I clicked open my bedroom door. Is they already dead? Already?
I mean...
What? How'd you get in my house?
I think this is a dream.
Probably. Natsuki was standing there, motionless. In her hand, I saw a heavily damaged book, scourge marks on the cover. Parfait girls? Natsuki... You weren't at school today. We were all waiting for you, but you still didn't show. I was waiting for you.
You and I are reading together was all I had to look forward to.
You can't do that voice.
You just had to rip that pleasure away from me.
This is serious, Zero.
How could you do that?
You can't. This is serious.
Damn it. Hello.
I'm the Cookie Monster.
How could you do that?
Oh my god.
Are you listening to me, Zero? We're all sick freaks. That should be obvious by now. But you don't hate me, Zero, do you?
You sound like...
Do you hate me?
This is really...
When I realized
Oh my
you weren't gonna
God.
come, I hid in the bathroom and cried. Is that what you...
You're laughing.
Is that what you want? For me to hurt more than I already am? How could you? How could you, Zero? Help me! Help me, please! Play with me! Help me!
Oh, Vanilla Act 2.
This is really... Okay, as I was saying, this is really specific, but you sound like the... If you ever played the first Jack and Daxter game, there's this statue that gives you power things. I forget what they're called. And you sound like him.
I've never played the first Jack and Daxter.
Oh, damn it.
I do that, but the first one did sound like Cookie Monster.
Cookie, cookie, cookie!
Yeah, it did.
I wanted
Or
to
no,
try
you sound,
something.
here's a better comparison. You sound like the fucking lion sand guy from Aladdin.
I'll try. This is the voice I was trying at that point. I'll probably just stick with the girl's voices getting lower for the black text.
Yeah.
I guess as my eyes snapped open, my alarm blaring in my ears. I turned on my bed and hastily grabbed it with my sweaty hands, my eyes squinting at the bright screen. What the fuck? I kept saying this to myself, trying to understand the nightmare. I ran my fingers through my hair, rubbing my eyes clear of gunk. What the ever-loving fuck was that? Why was Natsuki like that? Was there a meaning? And furthermore, what does she mean by hurt more than I already am? I shook the thoughts away. It was just a nightmare. All the stressing out caused it. I need to stop worrying. I tried to tell this to myself, but those ugly thoughts lingered. I stepped into my bathroom to relieve myself. I finished up and reached into the shower to turn the water on. I slipped out of my clothes and hopped in the shower, dousing my hair in hot jets of water. The water rushed over my body and put me at ease. By the time I'd finished, I forgot all about the nightmare, to my relief. I dried myself off and went through with my usual morning routine. Got dressed, combed my hair, brushed my teeth, all that. I shoved my phone into my pocket and quietly stepped downstairs, trying not to wake my parents. I turned on the oven light and turned the knob on one of the stoves. I quietly pulled out a pan from the pantry and set it on the quickly heating stove. I turned and dug into the fridge, pulling out a 4-count carton of eggs and started pulling out other ingredients. I hear the stove click off and I returned to its attention. I take 3 of the eggs from the container and crack them on the rim of the pan, hearing the sizzle pop 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 of the egg mix with heat. In a few minutes, I had a nice seasoned omelet on a plate ready to eat. I took the other 2 omelets I'd made and put them in the fridge, a little surprise to my parents when they wake up. I quietly washed the dishes and replaced them in the drawers. I grab my plate and take a seat at the dining table, headphones in. I quickly devour my breakfast, scrolling through today's morning news. I glance up at the clock hanging up on the wall, resting a little portrait of myself, my mother, and my father. 7:37 a.m. Well, now would be a good time as ever to call her. I take my plate upstairs and open my phone, tapping the dialer. I punched in Sayori's cell. Walked over the window and took in the morning scenery. Outside, I could hear a few birds crying out their usual morning chorus. I pressed my phone to my ear with my shoulder, digging through my bag for my binder. The line clicked. A groggy female voice answered. Hello? Sayori. Is it Sayori? It's Zero. Silence. Sayori? Her voice returns, now chipper and bright. Oh, hi Zero! Why'd you call me this early? I paused.
Oh my
Did you
god.
really forget? Don't you remember from yesterday? I was going to give you a wake-up call every morning. I pulled on my binder, saw all black and stuffed the papers. I like how she changed her voice. She was like, it's Zero! Hi, Zero! He's calling
sound
me!
not depressed for Zero!
Yeah, he's calling me!
Time to sound not depressed.
Yeah, basically. Time to be happy! Alright, I almost forgot. I'll be down in a few minutes. Through the phone, I can hear a faucet running. I grab my phone from my desk and slide it into the holder. Cool, see you then. I hang up. I close up my binder and stuff it back into my bag, right next to the Parfait Girls volume. Oh, fuck. How did I forget? I was supposed to read it yesterday so I could read with Natsuki after the club meeting. I grind my teeth in anger. Damn it. I shake my head. I can just read it through the day and have it done by the time the club meeting starts. Sure, I might look dorky reading manga out in public, but I don't really care. It's important. I flick the lights off to my room and close the door, heading downstairs. It's not that important. You could probably just read it with Natsuki while you're there. I quietly open the front door and lock it behind me, walking to the gate. The convenience is that Sayori lives only a few doors down from me, a walk that takes less than I peer down the street. A girl rests up against the fencing, looking up at the sky. A dash of red in her orange/pink tinted hair. Brown blazer and blue skirt. Sayori. She glances in my direction, almost not noticing me. Zero! She waves her arms excitedly, as if I can't see her. I chuckle and walk towards her, but she runs up to me and embraces me. I smile despite her eagerness. Nice to see you too, Sayori. I awkwardly laugh. I awkwardly laugh at my friend, who has been my friend for years. That wasn't awkward. Stop being mean to Sayori. I wasn't talking about you. We start the walk to school, chatting indistinctly about schoolwork and other random stuff. We of course talk about the oh no, that's not me. That's not Sayori. That's me. Why did I think Sayori was talking?
I don't know.
We of course talk about the club, and Sayori brings up that the literature club is a group chat that I need to be added to now that I'm a member, which should be interesting to say the least. Okay, that's one idea that's kind of cool. That they have a group chat. I guess that was technically something that should be in thing. That probably would have been a thing. That's a cool idea. Now can we see the text messages? Shit. I hope that's probably something they'll do later, probably. That'd be cool if they did. Also, one thing I'll give them all credit for again is MC's like adventure to try to write a poem. I think that was actually pretty realistic, where it's like he's kind of just sitting there late at night drinking bottles of soda. Trying to like think of a poem, because it's like, yeah, shit doesn't just come to you instantly. You're like sitting there like, what the fuck do I write?
Usually what I do is I literally just think about a topic and start just writing shit. And then I'm like, oh no, erase this. I just fix it up basically like after I write it all.
Yeah, because he had to
Literally,
he just
so it
started
takes me,
throwing paper.
so it takes me like 10-15 minutes to write a poem because I literally just think of some random ass topic and then write about it, and then as I'm writing I get more ideas, and then I usually just go back and fix it up and add stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what I do sometimes. I don't really know my method. I just kind of do them. And I get words that rhyme together. And that can make sense together. We reach the gates of the school, and Sarah gives me another hug and says her goodbyes. She starts to run off before I can stop her. Whoa, what's the rush?
Oh, I forgot to tell you. I'm meeting with Monica this morning so we can discuss plans for the festival. I was supposed to meet her now, so I need to get there fast.
I give her a look. Why can't I go?
Because no boys allowed.
My mind traces back to Yuri and Natsuki. Are they going to go? She pauses.
Oh, well, it's
She tries to find her words.
private talk, you know? President and vice president talk. We'll tell you all today at the meeting. Anyway, I gotta go.
She gives me a final wave before she darts off, dodging past the slow-moving students around her. I stand alone, still confused. President and vice president talk? Wonder what that entails. I can't help but wonder if they're talking about me in a bad way. About the events yesterday, perhaps? I shake those thoughts away. Sayori did say she would share their discussion with everyone else today. I'll just have to wait. Plus, if I did go with her, I wouldn't have time to catch up on Parfait Girls. Why is he still stressing about what happened yesterday? My god!
This MC worries too much about things.
He does! He's just like, oh, maybe they're talking about me in a bad way. Maybe what happened yesterday. It's like, everyone already said it was a fucking accident. Why are you still on that?
Yeah.
Like, jeez. I walk through the main building, double checking the campus map at the front doors. My eyes scan for the library. Ooh, we go to the library. This isn't a library. Ooh, the music.
This is not a library.
Wait. Is this the Willy Wonka fucking... Is this Willy Wonka's Come With Me and You'll See a World Filled with Imagination?
That's what it sounds like.
I think that's what it is!
That's funny.
It's such a weird song to have here. The third period bell rang and the class became alive with activity. Lunchtime had arrived and a lot of students were eager for today's menu, Nikuchaga. Nikuchaga? Nikuchaga? I think it was Nikuchaga, I don't fucking know. Rich beef stew with potatoes. I slung my bag over my shoulder and mixed with the crowd, in unison, making their way to the cafeteria. Okay, maybe he wasn't at the library, this is kind of probably time skipped. He probably went to the library earlier. I entered the cafeteria. Most people sat on the ground floor, but there was also an elevated seating area overlooking the main court, accessible via stairwell. It was typically occupied by people looking for more quiet and reserved place to enjoy their meals. I usually sat there when I needed to cram study before a class, or sit and enjoy my manga with a few judgment. I could also eat outside in the courtyard, which is also a really nice place to eat. The air smelled rich with spices, which made my stomach rumble all the more. I joined the line and in a few minutes had a steaming bowl of soup, plus a cookie treat and a side dish of fried rice to go with it, and my hands on a tray. Nowhere to sit. At this school, everyone had their own sort of cliques, i.e. groups that always hang out together. I usually sit by myself or somewhere secluded, or more often with some friends that you're interested with, mainly anime, but I don't. A flash of pink catches my eye. My eyes swivel back to relocate it. There, sitting up against the farthest wall, nose down in a small, colorfully decorated book. Blue skirt tucked in her legs, muted pink bag sitting next to her. Red clip in her hair. Face with a monotone expression, focus directed at her manga. Natsuki. What the hell? Why is she all alone? Is she always alone at lunch? My mind raced to a billion different answers. Do Monica and Sayori and Yuri not have this lunch? Do they go off campus to eat? Does Natsuki not like going along with them? I feel my bowl shift on my tray from my hand, starting to shake with nervousness. I have to go talk to her. I start to move past the students who pay me no mind. My mind continues to swirl. Have I I seen her at lunch here beforehand? There's usually a couple of loners sitting up against the wall on their phone or otherwise. It feels like it feels like there's always been a dash of pink among them. My stomach gets heavy. I've known her before. She'd always have someone to sit with. Just be cool, be cool, be cool. I stand in front of her. She hasn't noticed me yet, I don't think. I clear my throat. Natsuki? She glanced up and jumps at the side of me. Zero? She drops her manga. Parfait Girls Volume 3, the next one I'm supposed to read. What are you doing here? I shift on my feet. I have this lunch. Why are you here all by yourself? She looks away, ashamed. I don't have anyone to sit with. What? What about Monica and the others? I swear if they purposely leave her out of their clique, what do you mean? What? What? Of course, Sayori and Yuri, evil people. Sayori's so mean.
Yeah, because they left Natsuki out, even though they probably don't even have the same lunch with her.
I was about to say, but it's like, why is he jumping to they left her purposely? I highly doubt they would even do that. First of all, considering they talk to each other in literature club. She shrugs. They don't have this lunch. They're in the B group. My emotions relax. I see. At this school, there's 2 lunches, A and B. We had that too. Usually, A lunch is filled with the 3rd and 4th years, with B having 1st and 2nd, but there's always a few kids who get left out of the majority. Is that why you're on the floor then? She gets up and dusts herself off, the Parfait Girls volume clutched in her hand. Why do you care? Her voice is icy cold. I was just wondering if you... Hands grip the tray. Would like to sit with me. I get it if you don't want to. I mentally prepare myself for an outright rejection or a laugh in the face. Sure, but I don't know where we sit. Her eyes scan the sea of heads. I smile. Just follow me. I watch her grab her stuff and I walk past the row of tables heading for the upstairs sitting area. Natsuki walks side by side with me up the stairs. Thankfully, it is relatively free of students. Only a couple kids are scattered across the tables, chatting and eating indistinctly. A few kids give us a glance but return to their business. I walk over to a corner table with a nice view of the lower court. Natsuki put her bag down and takes a seat. I put my tray down and join her. Oh, that's cute.
Oh.
You can see Parfait Girls. Is that just like a remake of is that just a remake of the GDLC cover with different colored girls?
I think so.
Because that's Sayori's pose. That girl's kind of doing Natsuki's pose. I can kind of make it out, and that girl's doing Yuri's pose at the top. That's funny. That's a cute drawing. And there's a brief pause. Have you finished the Parfait Girls volume yet? I take a bite of rice, sharp with flavor. I nod, having managed to finish the book before the first bell. Yeah, it was really good. You're right about how things get interesting after a while. I can tell that stuff's about to get... I throw up my fork. Real. I laugh. She politely joins the laugh. I can't help but notice how Natsuki's eyeing my soup, her eyes hungry. I take a sip of my drink before I dare to ask. Did you eat lunch already? No. What? Why not? The line's died down a bit. Point towards the food line below my fork. Compared to earlier, now only a few kids are waiting in line for their meals. I know, but I forgot to bring my money. She looks embarrassed. I don't even hesitate. I gently push my tray towards her. Natsuki glances down at the tray and gives it a look of disbelief. Zero, are you sure? I nod. Well, it would be mean to offer it to you just to take it away from you, wouldn't it? And don't worry, I'll just get a bite from the vending machine later. I make a motion with my hands. Eat. As he picks up the utensils and gives me a final, are you sure, glance. I just nod. For a few moments, it's mostly silent as Natsuki hungrily wolfs down the stew, draining the bowl in a few minutes. My mind calls for a conversation piece. I think back to the poems. Now's your chance, Zero. Don't ruin it. I reach down to my bag. Hey, so, I have my poem with me, and I was wondering if you wanted to trade them now so we don't have to later, and we can get to reading Parfait Girls quicker. I'll pause. That is, if you want to. Add for good measure, so Peep doesn't feel forced. She just smiles.
Sure.
She unlatches her bag and pulls out a pink folder, a few hearts and cat stickers decorating the front. I pull out my binder and retrieve the paper. I feel my heart beat just a little quicker. I'll go first. Here. I hand her the paper. She gingerly takes it and glances at it. Moment of truth. She starts to read, still eating the last few grains of rice. Arch faced her from general boredom to intrigue and ending with, all I can call it is amazement. Her cheeks flush red.
Wow, that was...
Voice was slightly higher toned.
That was...
I butt in. Bad? Fuck, here we go. She quickly shakes her head no.
No, it was just wow. You wrote this for me.
She drops her spoon and almost yells.
I mean the club!
She laughs awkwardly.
You wrote this for the club.
On the outside, I look neutral and normal, but on the inside, I'm screaming. She loved it! Oh my god! The massive weight lifted off my chest, a hurdle passed. Now the question is... Yeah, I spent all night working on it. It's our last poem we'll share together before we work on the festival, so I wanted to make it good for you, the club. Fuck, did you hear that? She nods her head.
It was really good, Zero.
I didn't expect you to write something this good. She hands me the paper back, slightly quivering in her hand. My mind is still in daze. I can't believe it. She loved it. She loved it. She loved it. But I still think mine's better. She hands me her own paper. It's a slightly dog-eared piece of copy paper written with pencil. I can see her polite, cutesy handwriting from here. My hand quickly takes the paper and I start to read. Like a sponge, I absorb every word.
Breathless. In and out. Inhale, exhale. Repetitive and constant. A machine that never turns off. A thick, inky smog clogs my nose. Searing my face, the heat. It burns, hurts. The smoke which I can't wave away. Then a light in the darkness. You come to blow the smoke away. And with you, it's a breath of fresh air. My lungs are clean. My eyes can see again. And my heart is happy.
My hands clutch the paper. My mind swirls with a billion different thoughts. The smells of everyone's lunches fills with my nostrils and my eyes blurred just a tad. Is this really happening? I can't believe it. Am I dreaming? Certainly I wake up from this daze and be in bed, struggling to write a poem for today. She wrote this for me. This was written at me. She had to. There's no other way to decipher this. The metaphors, the analogies, the everything. This has to be a confession, right?
Zero?
Natsuki waves her hand in my face, snapping me out of my trance. I open my mouth to speak. The bell rings. Whoa! Cock blocked by the bell.
Of course.
What? No. It can't be like this. Why the hell did it have to ring now? God fucking damn it! The cafeteria becomes a buzz of activity. Students dumping their trash away and heading out the double doors to class.
Well, I guess I'll just tell you my thoughts of the club meeting then.
I start to hand her the paper back. To my surprise, she pushes the paper back to me.
Actually, why don't you hold on to it?
She pauses, a light blush on her face.
You know, for safekeeping.
My hands grip the paper tighter. It was meant for me. It was meant for me to have. She wants me to keep it. I'm surprised he's not so oblivious to be like, why does she want me to keep this? My mind repeats these words over and over. Oh, sure. I try to say, keeping my voice tranquil and chill, but actually starting to shake with nervousness. Can't believe this is actually happening. Look at our man MC getting a girl. I'm proud of him. But also, we're gonna have to end the episode here, guys, because did you like fall asleep while we were like talking to her like after the new CG?
No.
Because at one point you were like breathing softly like you were sleeping and it sounded really cute. You were like breathing in the background while I was like, while I was just like sitting here recording it, and I was just like, is she asleep?
I don't think I felt. I don't know.
You were like breathing like really softly, and I was like, is Monica asleep right now? Well, I know you're like really tired, so that's also why we're ending it somewhat early. I mean, it's only like 20 minutes earlier than what they usually are, because usually they're like an hour. But anyway, yeah, that's it. But, you know, there's still more to come, don't worry, guys. And as I said, hell, this mod's kind of halfway done, since we're already on chapter 5, and there's only 10 chapters. But anyway, yeah. If you guys want to play this for yourself, the link will be in the description below. I guess other opinions. I like the CG. I already gave my pro on the MC, trying to figure out how to write a poem. I thought that was actually really cool. It felt actually like realistic, like he was actually trying to write a poem. Like it took that long. It made it believable. And I forgot what was the other thing I gave credit for. The group chat idea, I guess. Because I haven't really seen any other mod talk about that being in a group chat. I thought that was cute. So I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll do more with that. I think it'd be cute if they did. But anyway, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Zero. Peace.
I'm a sharpshooter.